Which high-handicapped irons are the best? Well, I've tested 6 very popular sets of irons, and we've managed to go through a whole array of tests from looks, feel, carry distance, dispersion, and also price. And one of these 6 sets has been crowned the best high-handicapped irons this year. So how I'm going to judge this is in different categories. If they've performed well in that category, they get more points. If they've performed worse in that category, they get less points. And we'll come to a final total points to crown the best high-handicapped irons this year. So what have we got in the lineup? We've got Cobra Darkspeed Irons, Callaway Paradigm AI Smoke. By the way, shout out to Golf Bidder for that set because we actually didn't have those in stock with us. The Ping G430 Irons, TaylorMade QI Irons, Takomo 101 Irons, and the Vice Golf VGI01 Irons. They're all this kind of slightly chunkier head, oversized head, powerful irons that are catering for higher handicappers. These irons would definitely suit the type of golfer around 18 to 28 handicap, if not even slightly higher. Let's kick things off with looks. Now, I totally understand this is subjective. It's me reviewing and judging these golf clubs solely on looks, but someone's got to do it. And considering I've been testing product for 12 years, I think I've got a pretty decent eye for it. For me, I would say the irons that had the weakest looks are the Cobra Darkspeed. I just think there's a lot going on with the irons, and I just don't particularly like the aesthetics. Then I'm actually going to say the Callaway AI Smoke. I just feel like it was a little bit lazy, just kind of sticking on a bit of carbon and AI Smoke. I feel like those irons would really date quickly. Next up are the Ping G430. I actually really do like the look of those irons. Like, they don't offend me at all, and they're very on brand with Ping irons. They've done them like that for many years. But yeah, they're kind of just middle of the range. In third place, the TaylorMade QI Irons. I just think they look really sleek. And as much as I'm not the biggest fan when a brand brings out a family of irons that match the driver, a bit like the AI Smoke, I just think the QI irons this year could live way beyond the QI10 driver. And actually, you'll see what the new driver of TaylorMade is called and announced at the start of January. And I think it'll still fit in quite nicely into the family. Second place, gotta say these are stunning, the Takomo 101 irons. For forgiving irons that are targeted to that kind of high handicapper, I think these look absolutely fantastic. I don't need to say any more than that. And number 1 spot, I've given it to the Vice Golf Irons. Obviously, Vice have been very much known for their looks, their styling, their brand. The fact they've now started to implement that into the golf clubs, the first time they've launched golf clubs. The looks of these are absolutely fantastic. I think they're really sleek. They look great behind the golf ball. I think they've absolutely nailed the look of the irons. Okay, now we come to feel, which is a little bit more fact-based. Obviously, I'm hitting these irons and I can tell how they feel different. For me, in 6th place, in last place, unfortunately, is the Cobra again. Don't feel that great. Then it's the Callaway AI Smoke. So unfortunately for Callaway and Cobra, I've judged them the least best looking and also the least best feel. Then I've actually gone to TaylorMade QI. I think they actually feel pretty good. They're in 4th place. Then it goes the Ping in 3rd place. Then I'm going Vice in 2nd place. Feel really good. But in number 1 spot for feel is definitely the Takomo. And to be honest, it was quite a big gap. It led by quite a long way. They feel phenomenal. Okay, now we move into the more measurable parts, distance and also dispersion. So we set up a couple of things. I was going on just carry distance, hitting Pro V1s on GC Quad, carry distance only. We also worked on pretty much dispersion, because I felt like just going for a green, it would be unfair if an iron went a long way and missed the green because it went long. So from the center line on the simulator screen, anything inside 15 yards right or 15 yards left effectively hit the green. Anything wider than that was missing the green. So this is where it gets really, really interesting, because at the moment, Takomo and Vice have got a healthy lead with looks and feel. When it comes to distance, things change up a little bit. Now, I just want to prefix this. There is different loft makeups here. These are standard 7 irons, everything from 27 degrees of loft up to 32 degrees of loft, so there's definitely going to be a separator there. But these irons all sit in the same category, so I think it's worth testing it just as is, 7 irons as is. In last place for distance was the Takomo. Average carry distance 175 yards, and it has 32 degrees of loft, so it only gets 1 point in this category. The loft matches up to the distance though, which is good. In second to last position is the Ping G430 Irons. They were carrying on average 183 yards, and they've got 29 degrees of loft. So again, it kind of matches up, the loft matches up perfectly with the distances. In fourth place is the Vice VGI01 Irons. They were carrying 184 yards with 29 degrees of loft. In third place was the TaylorMade QI Irons, which were average carry distance 187 yards with 28 degrees of loft. And we had a joint first place. Considering these irons, in my opinion, not the best looking out of this bunch, and actually don't feel the best, when it came to distance, these two absolutely dominated. It was a tie between the Cobra Darkspeed and the Callaway AI Smoke. Both irons carrying 190 yards on average, which is incredible, really powerful for a 7 iron. But then you also factor in the lofts. The Cobra is 27 degrees of loft. That is strong. And the Callaway is 28 degrees of loft. So they do earn the most points in the distance category. But again, all of that, you've got to understand there is differences in lofts, but these are standard 7 irons as they come if you were to buy a set. Okay, diving into next, shot accuracy. So anything outside 15 yards of that straight line was considered a miss. In last place, unfortunately, as much as it's powerful, it was going a little bit offline, is the Cobra. 60% shot accuracy, so it gets 1 point in this category. So there was no fifth place because there was a joint fourth place. That was between the Callaway AI Smoke and also the TaylorMade QI Irons. They were hitting 80% of shot accuracy, so didn't miss many, but it's a tough school. The other sets really did perform incredibly well. In third place was the Ping G430 with 90% shot accuracy. Again, fantastic. But in joint first place with 100% shot accuracy was the Takomo and the Vice Golf Irons. I mean, that is unbelievable. And I felt very, very confident hitting those clubs. Like, I felt like I almost couldn't miss the straight line. I hit some outrageously straight shots time and time and time again. Okay, last category is price. And we scoured the internet to find the average selling price for these clubs right now, and that's what we've based it on. All sets would be 4 to pitching wedge, and we've even based it on per club price. Now, at the moment, there's 2 clubs that are getting a bit of a clear lead on this pack. Is that going to be the case at the end once we've gone through price? In last place, the TaylorMade QI Irons. Price-wise, £141 per club, the most expensive in this category. In second to last place is the Callaway AI Smoke, priced at £134 per club, so in this particular category it only gets 2 points. In fourth place is the Ping G430 Irons, priced at £128, so it gets 3 points. In third place is the Vice VGI01 Irons, priced at £123 per club, so it gets 4 points. In second place, Cobra Darkspeed is £121 per club, so it gets 5 points, genuinely by a landslide. The Takomo 101 Irons win on the price category without any questions. £85 per club. Therefore, gets all 6 points. Okay, so before we come on to the total tally, it's really interesting this. First off, I understand we've not tested every single high handicap iron that's currently out there or has ever been made. I get that. If there's ones that you feel like we've definitely missed, leave the comments down below and we'll hopefully revise this list at another time. But for me, these are the ones that are really prominent in this high handicapper space right now. And in joint last place is the Cobra Darkspeed, the Callaway AI Smoke, and the TaylorMade QI Irons. They are in joint last place. And it's interesting, I think where Downside of looks and feel for the Cobra and Callaway, definite upside in distance. I think the price really affected the TaylorMade and ranked it down, even though I think it looks good. They just weren't strong all the way across the board, these three sets of irons. They're in the bottom three. In third place with 16 points, so not much better than the bottom three, but is this, the Ping G430 Irons. Again, I think this is a very safe bet. If you were looking for a set of clubs in this category, this is a very safe bet. It does very nicely across the board, but in this test, it's come in third place. And then it comes down to these two, the Takomo 101 irons, the Vice Golf VGI01 irons. It's been close all the way through this competition. And I want to announce the winner is both. Joint winners with 24 points. They demolished the competition. For me, there's a couple of reasons why. Genuinely think they look the best and feel the best. And as much as they didn't perform massively on distance, mainly due to the loft, they were outrageously accurate with 100% accuracy. And then really then, the price, like certainly the Takomo, the price of the Takomo was phenomenal. Joint first place. I think they are very worthy winners in this category, is the Takomo 101 irons and the Vice Golf VGI01 irons. If you are a high handicapper, in my opinion, this is where you should be looking. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, lots more to come. Be sure to subscribe to the H.I.T channel. We've got loads more of these categories, these lists coming out as well in the future. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, lots more to come, and we'll see you next time.